Hi everyone, it's Miss Silbert here, and today I'm going to show you how to draw a drop of water. So the first thing that you need to do is just very lightly draw yourself the shape of the water drop. So here I kind of did one that looks more kind of like a tear sort of drop, and this is just a regular droplet of water. So go ahead and draw the shape of the water that you'd like to do. And then the next thing you have to do is decide where is the light coming from. So I have some water drops above here where the light is coming this way. And then these ones here are have the light coming from this direction. Or in this one, this bottom one, the light is coming this way. So it's really important for you, if you're drawing from observation or imagination, is to really think about which way is the light coming from, because that kind of determines all of your lights and your shadows for your object. And so once you have the shape done and you've decided which way the light is coming from, you're going to lightly draw in a cast shadow. But when you draw in your cast shadow for your water droplet, you are not going to fully shade in the shadow. You're almost going to think about this as if it's a banana sort of shape, where the middle of the banana has been left lighter. Kind of like that. And then the next thing you're going to do is draw the reflected shadow. So because this is a drop of water and water is refracting light and dark throughout it, the shadow that's created here actually refracts back into the water droplet, and it's almost kind of like the opposite shape here. I'm going to lightly just outline it for you. This is going to have a reflective shadow, but there's also going to be a reflective light. So we're going to leave kind of like a hot spot right there. And we can always go back and darken things up later. So always kind of start off light and build up your shading as you go. And then you can see now the reason why I had you leave the light spot in this cast shadow was because the reflective light kind of leaves a light spot there. And then the next thing you're going to do is actually a little bit of blending. You can just use whatever you have at home, even just like a piece of paper rolled up, or you can use a Q-tip. You can use a paintbrush that has like some firm bristles on it, or if you happen to have one of these little handy blending tools, these are great to use too. But they all work. I tend to actually use a combination depending on what I'm doing. But I'm making right now really small water droplets, so I'm going to stick a little bit with this, and then I might use the brush to soften up the graphite here, because graphite it's very malleable and it can move around really easily, even with just a dry paintbrush. All right, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is just kind of go back and add just a little bit more shadow on this side. Like I said, we're just building up the shadow. A little bit over here. And I'm using the lightest possible pressure with my pencil. I'm just using an HB pencil for this whole drawing. If you happen to have different pencils, that's great. You're welcome to use them. I just figured, since I know not everybody has, here I'll use the Q-tip now just so you see how it blends. With the Q-tip, it does remove a lot more of the graphite, but I'm actually okay with that for this part, just so I have this nice softness. There we go. And then the other last thing, if you happen to have either a tiny bit of white acrylic paint, you could even use whiteout, or if you happen to have a white pen, this one's not even working right now. Let's see, you can go ahead, add a little bit of light that way, and there you go, how to draw a water droplet. I hope this was fun. Be well and creative.